Sunday morning, 13th of August. It was our free weekend and I was going to get on with the pub load, but I wasn't very well Friday, and then I've just relaxed this weekend. I didn't do a lot. Tidied up bits and pieces. I did buy the wrong piece of plasterboard to finish all the plasterboarding, which is a bit annoying. But yesterday we had a sort of an impromptu family barbecue, so that was nice. Today I'm going to go and do some stuff with Mum. What I thought I might do is just start getting the drywall on the walls. So this is where I got to on the pub. So I managed to go all around, plasterboard all the way around there. I filled in where I overcut the holes a bit, a few little pieces. I mean, compared to what I do in the office, barely any extra filling in needed. So that piece there, I ended up buying a piece of plasterboard that was 11.5 millimeters instead of 9.5 millimeters. So let's go get another piece to finish that. But anyway, today I think what I'll do is I'll mix up a batch of the drywall and I'll start backfilling all this. Yeah, so doing the plasterboarding is actually, doing the drywall is quite easy. It creates an amazing effect. This is one of the ones I sort of watched YouTube videos for months and months and months before I decided it was a good idea to do this. Now I've done it in Sam's office and I've done it in my office. I'm relatively confident doing this. So basically you get drywall, you get the drywall wall compound. I tend to use this one, sort of Gyro Prop Easy Fill 60. It's a filler and finishing compound. There are different ones you can get, but to be honest with you, that one works well for me. And then you add some water, mix it up, on it goes. I found the trick, I was told on YouTube, where I've got the gaps like this, where I've got to learn to cut better. But anyway, you backfill that first and then you tape and joint it, and it looks amazing. So I'm going to do that. Getting it to the right consistency. It's a bit hit and miss with me. I want something that somewhere between those two. You want it to be sticky but workable. About right. So the consistency you end up with, because I learned this off American YouTube channels, is cream cheese. So cream cheese, Dairy in the UK, that kind of cheese. I found a 4-inch taping knife is the one I work best with. And what you need to do is, have a look at this. Yeah, basically if you run your blade, there, see that one's up, that needs to be down. There's one there. So I've got some of these are a little loud, you hear it as you go over them. Just make sure all these are below the level. And any bits like that. So I broke a piece here, putting it in. There must have been something on the wall behind it and it broke. But basically, doesn't matter. As long as there's no loose bits in there, that will fill. You see loose bits of paper like that, get rid of them. Get rid of all that. Get rid of all that. So that will fill. These things are pretty good actually. They're really sharp as well as being, flat. So they're good for just scraping stuff out. So I'm going to keep a record of this bit here. So I reckon 12 months ago for sure, this would have freaked me out. Right, lots of bits, lots of holes, lots of screws. I work in computing, right? I'm not a plasterer. I'd have looked at that and thought that's not recoverable. So it'd be interesting to see how smooth and flat I can get that, even though it's going to be behind a TV and behind shelving. I'm going to give it a go. Good practice, and we can see how I get on with it. Okay, so I've done about an hour of that, and it's amazing how quickly that makes a difference. Look at that wall now. You know, it starts to look like a proper piece of building, right? Now, the reason I do all this pre-filling is if you look here, like immediately, because this is what's called a butt joint, which is the exposed bit of plasterboard where I cut it, it will suck all the moisture out of this jointing compound. So by putting on the first lot and then giving this a rough sand or light sand, the neck, when I come to tape this, because I'm going to tape all these joints, and it's up here as well, that'll get sucked into the wall as well. But there's going to be a long piece of tape that runs all the way along there. The tape stops the cracking, so that's got to go on next. But we'll put tape along there, tape along there. But you know, as you can see, straight away, it starts to look really good. Now what I'm going to do is go down to my mum's, cut some grass, do some bits and pieces for her. Got a new light fitting to put in. But yeah, I mean that wall there, that'll be another bucket of stuff. I mean I did pretty much one bucket and that did all of that. So that'll be another bucket there. That wall will be a lot easier because there's a lot less plugs and things on it and a lot less jointing. But yeah, another bucket on there, get rid of all of those. I think what I'll probably do, as soon as I've got that one done to a reasonable standard, I will probably throw a coat of white paint on it just so that we can see what we're looking at in terms of decorating. But yeah, I'm going to go do my mum stuff. End of Sunday. I'm going to stop now. It's fairly early actually. It's fairly early to be stopping, but I've decided to just do sort of 1 hour, one bucket at a time. But here's where we've got to. You know, taped in that top joint, taped in down all those bits. And if you did that corner, the corner's going to need a bit of sanding and work on, but meh, it's better than the last office, I've got to be honest. So I've done that side, not to the full extent of that side, but I will get that one taped in as well tomorrow night. And yeah. Really successful. Considering I sort of kind of almost gave up the weekend to family and relaxing, very successful. So, more during the week.